So Superman wants to be on Flash. Riverdale has a new hottie. And this is our first show ever, a CW Weekly.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, Afterbuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm already laughing. We got new theme music, y'all. What do you think? Oh, it just went away. There it's back again. We're pretty excited.
I didn't fall this time.
What?
I didn't fall this time.
Oh, you didn't fall.
I almost fell. But...
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CW Weekly Show on AfterBuzz. Woo! This is our inaugural, right? First,
Yes.
That means first. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm a little slow sometimes. It's our inaugural show. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Matt Marr. You can find me at the Matt Marr. And here's our panel, Erica and Tiona.
Hi guys, I'm Tiona Hobson. You can find me at the Tiona Hobson.
And I'm Erica Shannon, and you can find me on Twitter at Miss Airy Baby.
Now, we are missing one panelist today, Alicona. She is...
Sad she's not
She's
here.
drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's in some alley somewhere.
doing
I was gonna lie for her. You just
She's
went with the
doing
truth.
things.
But she's going to be Skyping in next week, and then she'll be back for sure the third week. But so we've got a lot to talk about. There's CW shows are starting next week.
Galore.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm ready.
I felt like it was going to take years for Riverdale to come back, and now it's next week. I'm so excited.
And you know what else is back? Supernatural. I'm very excited about my shirt. So it's
Why don't you tell everyone who's listening what your shirt says?
So you can't see it, but it says my Patronus is a 67 Impala. So I'm mixing Harry Potter and, but it's Supernatural for the CW.
That's like nerdum on another level. And if
Yeah.
you like that, that's what we all are. And that totally is what this show is about. So this is, just to clarify for some of you, because I had a couple of tweets, people were like, wait a minute, is AfterBuzz not doing recap shows now? No, they're still doing recap shows of some CW shows. I think they're doing Riverdale. I think they're still doing Supernatural.
The originals.
Yeah, with AfterBuzz, we're consolidating a lot of stuff, so we're still giving you the same great recaps. So never fear, your shows are still going to be there. I'm doing the Arrow recap, actually, so it's going to be going on. But this is like, it's like, you know, I sometimes say I have gay ADD, where I can't watch the whole, I need little snippets of the story, you know what I mean? And that's what, for people that love CW, that's what this show is about. We're going to give you like, we're going to spill some tea and give you the tidbits.
And we're going to tell you all about who's been cast to play which characters. We're going to give you trivia. We have throwback stuff. We've got news and gossip. You know, we're collecting on all of the spicy hotties from the CW shows. We've got tons and tons to talk
everything.
Ships.
We're talking about old school, new school.
Yeah,
School.
Future school.
There you go.
Your mama's school. Well, let's jump in, shall we? So we're going to start out every show with a trivia question. So we're going to read you the question. And so the question this week is Adrian Pasdar, who, if we can show the picture of him, Adrian Pasdar was announced as a new villain of Supergirl this season. He is so cute, by the way. He is playing Morgan Edge, who's like a ruthless real estate developer who will stop at nothing to get what he wants. But this isn't the first time Adrian has ever been cast in a comic book-based television series. So your trivia question is, what's a multiple choice? Which TV superhero has Adrian Pasdar not, or which TV superhero show has Adrian Pasdar not been a part of? There's A, Heroes, B, Smallville, C, Ultimate Spider-Man, and D, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm going to admit, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? No. Well,
I think I'll have to wait till the end of the show.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you the answers in this show. We're those people. We're those people. We're teasing you. And so that you'll find out at the end of the show. So anyway, let's talk about some casting news, right?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this season, we are finally on The Flash. We're getting 2 new characters coming in this year. We've got Danny Trejo, who's playing Breacher.
Which is huge.
But that's a big get. That's a big get.
First of all, it's Danny effing Trejo.
I know.
Okay?
I need to go have his tacos. It's
No,
right by my house.
Guys, his donuts are amazing
His
too.
donuts?
Don't sleep on the Trejo's donuts though, guys.
He has
Trejo's donuts.
We're learning
donuts?
everything tonight.
Yes.
Oh.
Trejo's donuts. I will try and get some to you guys as soon as possible.
Maybe we will. When
They're
it's a
amazing.
premiere.
But he's coming in as Breacher, who is actually Gypsy's father, and we remember Gypsy because we love Gypsy and Cisco together.
We do love Gypsy
and
and
this is just so exciting because, I mean, Danny Trejo is such a big get
He's
that
huge.
the Flash didn't even think they could get him. They were literally in the casting session talking about like, hey, we got this guy, this character we're bringing in. Who could play something like this? Because they love the dynamic of Cisco being able to break down the barrier with Gypsy and finally getting her soft side. But like they needed a tough as nails guy to play her dad, who Cisco's not going to be able to just sway over so easily. So someone threw out the idea of Danny Trejo, and everyone in the room laughed.
I'm just ready for Cisco to be completely intimidated.
Yeah, I cannot wait for scenes with them together.
Oh my God. I'm glad you just got that on camera, because that was just my face realizing what you were saying. That's going to be... He's such a good... Cisco's such a good actor. I don't remember his real name. But he's so good at like the bumbling... That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to be amazing. So, basically, they were like, well, you know, if you don't ask for it, you'll never know. So, someone reached out to Danny's camp, and Danny actually is a fan of The Flash show.
Perfect.
So, he was super excited and down to come on and play this role.
The cool thing about The Flash is that, like, it's such a good... I mean, for somebody like myself who reads... Do y'all read comic books?
Not really.
I do. Not a lot, but I do read quite a bit. But still, it's like... It's so true to the heart of what the comic books show. I mean, Kevin Smith has directed it, so it's like, I think this Danny Trejo. I just think I think the sky's the limit for them. Yeah. I think they could get a lot of. This is cool.
This is really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
really
very
cool.
exciting.
And they also have another person coming in to play a villain, the big bad of this season. Neil Sandilands is coming into The Flash as well. He is going to be playing Clifford Devoe, aka the Thinker.
The Thinker.
Yeah.
The Thinker is so. I mean,
you read the comic books.
I do, and Andrew Kreisberg has talked about this. Who I've met. He's very nice. He does Supergirl and the Flash a lot. But he talks about we had a conversation at a wedding about this. Actually, that's how we know each other. Anyway, I sound like a douche. I'm sorry. I sound like an asshole. Yeah, I'm so sorry. First episode, they just switched. I'm sorry, but. You know, Flash is the fastest man alive, and Thinker is like the fastest brain alive. So it's like, you know how your mom has eyes in her? Like the Thinker has like heads in the back of his head. Like he always can be a step ahead.
Okay.
So, and I think that, you know, that is something that I think on Flash, I feel like they struggle with a lot of times. Like, especially now that Emma Frost she's out. We don't know what's going on, and she's kind of been like the brains. And now, and Barry, I've heard that, you know, Barry's going to kind of come into more of his own this season, and that he knows he's the Flash. He's going to make more confident, make these decisions. Because I do feel like sometimes with Barry, you know, he's a scientist, and they make him, he's like, oh, I'm running fast. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, come on, man, you're really smart. So I think he'll definitely have to like step up his game with the Thinker. I wonder if they're going to put all this stuff in his head. That looks creepy.
I mean, probably CGI.
It would be great.
But what I like about his fictional character bio on Wikipedia about Clifford Devoe is that they make him sound like the mafia boss. You know, he's like, oh, he's basically, you know, he's the brains behind all these criminals doing all this stuff. So he's kind of like the puppeteer stringing everyone along. And I was like, I like this little description of him, so I can't wait to see how he's incorporated into the show. He is the big bad, so I just hope that one of the things I get sick of on The Flash sometimes is the full season of one bad character. So I hope that they don't draw it out too much where it seems like it's too much.
And that's what I was gonna
it's
that's
just
what I
Thinker?
was wondering. Yeah, if he was gonna last the whole season, or if it's gonna be like mid-season.
Yeah,
they conquer and then
that would be.
It
was a lot, because last year, like, okay, I get it, you know,
yeah.
Like it got dark. I think it's gonna be. I think they said at Comic-Con
it will be lighter. Yeah.
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, that's gonna be lighter. So, I hope so. I hope that. I think they're gonna bring. I mean, because just like we talked about earlier, Danny Trejo and Cisco. That's just funny.
Also, Matt, the chat would like you to know that you said Emma Frost, who is actually from X-Men, and it's Killer Frost.
Oh, Killer Frost. Oh my gosh. Okay,
thanks to everybody that's in the chat already.
You guys.
Awesome.
My boyfriend tells me all the time, he's like, thank God I speak Maddie, because nobody else would know what you're saying. So you're just going to bear with me. Yeah, you're going to bear with me on this. Sorry. I'm terrible with names. This is why I call everybody Sugar. All right, what other casting stuff do we have going on?
Whitworth Miller is returning to Legends of Tomorrow as Captain Cold and Leonard Snart. We don't know in what capacity yet, but we do know there's a huge crossover happening again. Sorry, my headphones are falling.
That's all right.
There's a huge crossover happening again, so it'll be cool to see how he's brought back into the fold. Because I'm not going to lie, I do watch all of the DC shows. Legends is the hardest for me to keep track of because of all the time travel.
It's a lot.
So, like, he's dead? But, like, maybe we're going back and
getting him before, because he stuck his hand in the thing.
Yeah, we saw him
to unlock.
So
it exploded.
He'll be back. I'm just glad about that.
It-
I like to see him.
I do like him, and DC is. I hope they streamline it a little bit. This wasn't on their notes, but I do hope they streamline DC Legends a little bit because it is a lot. I don't know what's going to happen with that or not.
And so he's coming back in a recurring role, and actually Neil McDonough is coming back as Damien Dark as a series regular.
My God.
So Damien Dark will be around full time on Legends of Tomorrow.
You know, and can we show the picture of Damien Dark for the people that are for Neil, but for people that don't know? Yeah, there he is. Oh, wait, no. That was a teaser. Let's go. Why did I laugh like that? Sorry. I'm like nervous, excited, you guys. Sorry.
It's great energy.
But he is a perfect example as an actor. Like, if you were good on a small role, you're going to be able to milk that crap for it because he was so good on Arrow.
Yeah.
And then now, like, when he killed Ralph Arrow, you're like, well, he's done. And they're like, no.
That's the beauty of Legends, though.
That's the beauty of Legends.
No one ever dies.
Yeah, because you know, on is it Legends? Which is it Legends that they're? No, it's Arrow that they're bringing back. Not Black Canary, but they're bringing back Killer Canary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black Siren.
Black Siren.
Okay, Laurel.
Sorry, you guys. Obviously, I don't know what.
Real
I swear I watched
Laurel.
the show. Yeah.
They're bringing back fake Laurel.
Yeah, she's gonna be, I think, like the big bad this year. Kinda.
Yeah. Okay, and now we have to talk about a little Riverdale casting because, you know, it's Riverdale and it was the biggest show last season for the CW.
It was really good.
New show.
Really good.
So everyone remembers that Betty found out that she has a long lost brother. Well, he has been cast.
No,
they're looking for him.
Yeah,
they're
trying to find him.
Yeah,
they're
casting right now for her long lost brother Chip or Chip.
Chick.
Is it? Yeah, Chick.
Chick
I think like it's Chip, but I might have misspelled it.
I read it as Chic.
I wrote that.
That could open up a whole new.
It's the Chic Cooper. Oh, you thought Betty was chic last season. Wait till you meet Chic Cooper.
Why would he
Kevin's gonna get a boyfriend.
But I'm just trying to think. Why would he have Cooper as the last name? If he was giving up.
Well, maybe he never changed
Because
his name.
you know, I was just talking to this about somebody because to be trans, I do another podcast that's about Riverdale, but we couldn't remember who is. I think it's Chip. You guys, maybe the chat remembers. Is it Chip or Cheek? You can tell us. But who is? Well, no, that's the new Reggie. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But who is the? Who is his father? Betty's brother. Do we know?
I don't know. I remember at the end of last season when Betty's mom was talking to her. She said that I think Betty's dad had her go to the Saint.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. And give the baby up for adoption. So I'm guessing he's the father.
That's what I thought too. But then
I don't know.
My friend was like, "No, I think it's Cole Sprouse's dad." And I was like, "Jughead's dad? No, I don't think so."
Yeah, I saw. I don't know if I saw tweets, but I saw something about them potentially being related. Like half siblings.
That would be
kind of weird, especially at the end of what happened at the end of last season.
Jorge Avila in the chat says they have the same dad, but they gave the older brother for adoption.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Jorge.
That's what I thought too.
So they're whole siblings.
They're whole siblings, yes.
So Betty, her sister, and then
mom just got knocked up young.
Brother.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's small town.
Small town. It's surprising that so many people can have secret babies in such a small town.
I'm blanking on her sister's name. What is her sister's name?
Just saying.
Our sister Polly.
Polly, thank you.
Polly. Ooh, and I can't wait for Dark Betty. I love Dark Dominatrix Betty. She's so good on that show.
It's kind of scary with that wig.
Yeah, but she was like.
We're gonna get more of that too. They said, yeah.
I appreciated the syrup though. I did.
Oh yeah.
In the hot tub.
So, yeah.
Because that's how you make it stick to you. Yeah. I know things.
You know things. I'm glad you know things, Erica.
I'm glad you know things. Well, we have the picture up. We should get a sound effect over this. We don't, but we should because we're going to do it every week. We're going to have the CW Hottie of the Week. And it's good. We're going to have girls too, I promise. This week it's the new Reggie on Riverdale. So there was the old Reggie who
Ross Butler.
Who they had in a couple episodes, but then he got pushed out, I don't know what happened.
He was on 13 Reasons Why on Netflix, and that show took priority.
Because he's a regular there.
Yeah, because it's coming back for season 2. They had to find a new Reggie.
Good for him. I was like, oh no.
You just thought he was just
pushed away. What's the CW? So they're like, this guy's hotter, and because it's the CW, you never know. So good for him. Well, this new guy, I have his Charles Melton.
Yep.
What do we think? What do we, I mean,
aesthetically,
nice apps.
Yeah, aesthetically, he's cool. He seems like a good time. I've seen his and KJ Apa, who plays Archie. I've seen a couple of their Instagram, and they like to go back and forth. Like, they seem like they're really good buds. He seems like he's a cool guy.
It's so wonderful. It's like such a cute bromance. I love them so much.
Which is going to be interesting because doesn't he play kind of an adversary? I mean,
he does. He's like, he is. You know, in the comic, he's like the bully, the jerk. So, I'm just so jealous of his hair. His hair is so good, isn't it, y'all?
I mean, yes, it's pretty good guy hair.
You're looking at his abs. You're like, I'm just noticing his abs.
But
it's
kind of like one focus.
I'm not looking at anything else. I'm gonna be honest.
Put on a poncho, and then we'll notice your hair. Something totally covered.
And then we'll notice your hair.
I mean, that is. Whew, you could do laundry on that. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, I'm telling you. Washboard. So hopefully we get a little. I know that that. Also, I read in Riverdale that Kevin is a series regular this year. So, and I think Reggie is not a series regular yet. But I don't know. It's just they're bringing in new people, and Veronica's brother's coming in, right? He's going to be angry guy.
Yeah, and her dad's coming,
and an ex
coming back
is coming.
Yeah. Who do you? This totally is in the notes, but we have time. Who do you think shot? Not just shot JR. Who do you think shot Archie?
Fred.
Or Fred? Yeah.
I have no idea. I did look up something that said we will find out, and it probably wasn't an accident. Like, more than likely, it wasn't an accident.
Oh no, I don't think this was planned. Who do you think?
I'm gonna say the ex-wife.
Ex-wife, Molly Ringwald.
Yes, just to be like.
Oh,
what? Like,
what?
why would she?
I think it's something business.
She is going to be in this.
It probably is that, but I just want to say something outlandish.
I think they want us to think it's Hiram. I think Hermione is actually going to come out as a bad a little bit. I think they didn't do a lot with her character last season. It really was about Betty Cooper's mom, Madeline Pet. She's amazing. She's amazing.
You just gave up on trying to say her name.
I don't even try to say her name.
I don't know.
Don't say names here, y'all. Okay, so now we're on. Let's talk about a little bit of gossip.
Okay, well, keeping on with the Riverdale theme of the night, the CW is actually developing a series to bring Sabrina the Teenage Witch, a 1-hour drama estimated for a 2018-2019 debut, calling it The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I read is supposed to be darker.
And scarier.
Yeah.
Which I'm not happy. I don't like scary.
This is not your Melissa Joan Hart Sabrina right
Very
now.
colorful,
okay?
nothing.
This is not like, oh no, I'm in a bind in high school. This is like CW working its magic, taking the CW has done such a great job of taking the high school drama and actually making it a little bit more adult, a little bit more edgy, and I just think it's the perfect place for the CW to have this reboot coming out.
And it'll be cool to see if they have any crossovers with Riverdale.
I totally agree with you that I think it's a perfect place, and I hope agree with you too. I really, because Riverdale, they haven't mentioned anything like not extraterrestrial. Like anything magical or anything like that. But they also haven't ruled it out. You know what I mean? Like it kind of, they almost like they hint at some things like it's just mysterious. So
and in the last season, didn't somebody go, or I'm thinking of another show. I'm thinking of another show. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of another.
You're pulling them out right now.
Yeah.
You're pulling them out right now.
Mars,
yes, you're pulling them out. Yeah. So
yeah, confusing.
I'm very excited about that. Well, also too, we just. Tom Welling, look at that man. He is like a hot daddy now. When did Tom? He is working it.
But the thing is, he hasn't
your beard.
aged.
Not
right,
his
face is kind
his
of
beard is
similar.
grown in a little salt and peppery,
and the gray.
but he's got that George Clooney thing going on now. But it's still working.
Where
he
has
still
he
has
been?
the baby face.
Good. You live your truth, Tom
he's
Welling.
Like Nebraska or wherever farm town he's like.
Smallville ended, and he's
shucking corn. He's been just shucking corn,
Yeah.
being big.
No, I just remember that he didn't live in LA for a long time, and when he was done with the show
with Smallville,
like during their hiatus, he would go home and like stay out of Hollywood and like away from like the press and stuff.
Well, good for him.
It was like his thing, so that's why he's still like a normal celebrity.
Well, he's on season 3 of Lucifer right now. That's what he was interviewed about, and he talked about that he like thinks he can do. He wants to be on The Flash.
Yeah.
So, and you never know with like time travel. I don't know if they would, you know, they've already had Linda Carter, my girl. Was your girl too. Yes. And then they've already had, I mean, Helen Hunt, the Terry Hatcher. So they've done like, they really have had just this great just history already of bringing in people. The Tinkerer on The Flash.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of it. And, you know, sadly, you know, when they announced that Superman was coming to Supergirl last season, I was one of the people with their fingers crossed that it would be Tom Welling.
That would have been it, because he still looks good enough.
Because he still looks good enough to do it. Of course, Tyler Hoechlin did it instead, which he did a great job, and I'm very happy. And so the quote that Tom said was, "I'm willing to go on The Flash, and I have a few ideas on how it can happen if the network asks me. In fact, I think I can make it happen." So I think he's calling out the network right now, kind of being like, "Hey,
Flash, why not?"
Because Superman has already been on.
Superman's already been on
Supergirl. So
Supergirl.
And we know that there's Earth 1, there's Earth 2, there's all these multiverses. So
he still could be Superman.
He still could be Superman on a different Earth. I think that's what he's thinking.
And DC is established already. I just read an article the other day that they're definitely not going the route of Marvel, where everything is related in the universe. They want their movies to stand alone from the television universe. So that it could happen. It could
happen. You never know.
Earth 45.
Earth 45, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Well, and then let's talk. You want to talk about the crossover, yeah?
Oh, yeah. So speaking of the crossover, we already have dates for it. We know that it's going to be between Arrow and Supergirl and The Flash and DC Legends of Tomorrow. That's happening Monday, November 27th and Tuesday, November 28th. Which is pretty exciting.
The only thing that makes me sad about this is that last year, I love that it was 4 nights of the crossover. You had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to sit on your couch and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so exciting."
That's true.
And now they're compacting it into 2 nights, which I'm assuming will be 2 hours each night, which is still great. Don't get me wrong. I love that. I'm going to miss having like my whole week dedicated to DC crossover.
So it's Arrow moving to Monday night?
Pardon?
Is Arrow moving to Monday night then, or they're just doing
it?
That's just for this.
Yeah.
Just, okay. So that's
I didn't even realize that they moved.
I just, until you said that, I was like, so it's going to be a Monday Supergirl Arrow, and then Tuesday Flash DC Legends. And I love that cover art that you did. This is a comic nerd thing, but Phil Jimenez, who is like one of the most prolific Wonder Woman artists, and a total inspiration to me just personally. And if you're a comic nerd, that Infinite Crisis, the first Infinite Crisis that happened like in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, Phil Jimenez was one, and George Perez, they were like one of the big artists for that. So this is, again, what I love about what they're getting right with all these CW shows, is they appease to like the older fans of the comic shows that watch it on other networks, but they also appeal to these comic book fans that's what the cover would have looked like. And it was just like, I'm buying that. I'm putting that up in my house. Like, I'm going to frame that. And
it does look really good.
And I'm going to stalk someone until I get a signed copy. That's all I want.
And we do know that they are currently shooting this, because Stephen Amell has been posting a lot about it on Twitter, talking about it. He's not giving us any details.
Not giving us anything.
He's just teasing us in that way.
I actually think it's
super annoying.
It's happening this week, I think. Yeah.
It's just super annoying, when people are like super vague in their posts because they can't tell you anything. Yeah. So he's being that guy right now, but I love him for it, because at least I know it's happening.
I was gonna say, or the alternative is he could just be quiet about it.
Yeah, he could just be quiet.
And then you'd be like, "What is happening?"
Or he could just film himself doing crunches. I'm fine with that too.
I think what I love most about the crossovers is seeing the Arrow just being, his mind just not being able to comprehend how crazy things are getting. He's a very basic man.
That show is a little more grounded,
he's like
too.
Grounded. They don't have a bunch of metahumans running around and that kind of stuff. It's like very straightforward and stuff. So when you have like Supergirl coming over and he's meeting aliens and stuff, he's always kind of like, okay, you can see his brain processing, but he's also like, I don't really know how to feel about you. I'm gonna go back to my roles.
Yeah. Although now that it's going to be the Canary. I can't think of the
Siren?
name.
Black Siren.
Black Siren. That's going to. I mean, she's from another Earth, so I wonder that could bring in other villains or heroes from another Earth. Never know.
It could.
It could.
I don't think it's.
I don't think they're going to, but
they don't have like a breacher or anything that would get them to those other Earths.
See, I'm glad you're on this panel. Cisco, I need you. No, I'm that guy that you could be like, you know, and then like, do you think they'll bring the Kool-Aid Man as a villain? I'm like, they totally could have the Kool-Aid Man on it. Like, I would buy
No, that's a legit thing. That could happen. They had like a mutant gorilla, so it's
true.
very possible.
That is very possible.
It's true. All right,
But
we're
sticking
moving on.
with sticking with the crossovers, actually, I found out that we will have the West Allen wedding during the crossover, which is very right.
Breaking news for Matt.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah. And that's not the only love that could be happening.
What?
Yeah. So, according to executive producer
Let me get my
Wendy
teacup.
Miracle, the crossover is really Oliver's story. It's Oliver and one other character in the Arrowverse story. It really explores the question of true love and what does that look like.
Can we say
Felicity? I was going to say some Olicity happening.
It's about time. It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time. Yes.
And if it doesn't happen, I'm just going to say it because this is how I feel. If it doesn't happen this time, then just let it go.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I
Let it go.
hate for it to go in the knot and then go in the knot.
And I need them to stop playing games with my heart.
I was going to say, please don't pull Backstreet Boys.
I had to. I'm sorry. There will be at least 1 to 2 Backstreet Boys or NSYNC references.
NSYNC, I'm down for.
Love them both. Love them both.
Yeah. And also, speaking of the CW's DC Universe and Greg Berlanti, who just produces everything on the CW, it feels like right now.
Yes.
Has yet another show possibly coming there.
That's a picture of him there. That's
Yes,
Greg
that's a
Berlanti.
picture of Greg on
and
the
his
left.
adorable, cute husband, Robbie Rogers, who's a professional soccer player.
Yes. So this show is it's loosely based on the life of pro football player Spencer Pasinger. And okay, so it sounds, Erica, don't be offended. So it centers on a rising high school football player from South Central LA when he is recruited to play for Beverly Hills High School. The wins, losses, and struggles of 2 families from vastly different worlds, Compton and Beverly Hills, begin to collide.
Why would I be offended?
I just feel like it sounds a little bit along the lines of other football.
What are you trying to say? I'm confused.
I'm
What's
so
the show? I can't think of the show name right now.
What show?
What show?
Football show that you love so
Friday
much.
Night Lights?
Yes. It's like a
It's the
football
same
show.
thing.
It's kind of like a
She's
similar...
like, no. She's like,
you don't feel
nothing
that
is.
way?
No,
Okay.
nothing is. Clear eyes forever.
Never mind.
Primarily because
It's not in Texas?
other school didn't come in until later on in the show.
Oh,
Like, this
okay.
is going to start with them being
This is okay. It's
rivals.
gonna start with this.
I was like, what you trying to say about Compton? Like,
No.
I don't know where you're going with that.
No, please, Inglewood all day. Okay, like, nothing like that. I just couldn't remember the name of the show.
Okay.
But I mean, it sounds interesting, but it also sounds like something that we've seen before. But it is Greg Berlanti behind it,
And his husband, Robbie, is producing it as
his
well,
husband's
who is
producing it
a
as
soccer
well.
player.
But
so.
I thought it said something about reincarnation.
No, there's that show, but then there's also when I read the article, there's 2 drama projects,
Okay.
which is reincarnation.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
which
was
is
gonna
like
say that could be
that's
cool.
about like the reconstruction of the South, and a guy who's like a Civil War person like dies, and he wakes up like in he fought for the Union, and he wakes up like now in present day.
Man, put the reincarnation in the soccer
Yeah.
or in the football. Blend that together.
Because the headline did make it seem like
It does
that
make it
was
seem like they're the
together,
same show,
and
yeah.
that seemed like a more interesting project.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah, Deadline you could write more correctly.
I was all in for that.
all in for that.
it.
Now, who's this picture up on the
Oh
screen?
my
Because
gosh, it is KLAROLINE!
okay.
How do you not know? Okay.
Can you tell that she's excited?
So talk about this.
Everyone who watches the Vampire Diaries or the originals after shows here at AfterBuzz TV knows how obsessed I am with #KLAROLINE for life, forever, in-game, 100%. I'm down with it. So, the Vampire Diaries is no longer with us. R.I.P. The originals has 1 final season, and Candace Akala King is coming over to the originals to play Caroline, and she posted a picture on her Instagram of her and
Joseph?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, you really.
I'm really blanking on him.
Tiona's actually shaking right now.
I'm like shaking right now because when I saw this on my Instagram feed, I got so excited. So this is her with Joseph Morgan, and she just said, had fun playing with with this hooligan again over the past couple of days. Thanks for having me, the originals. And, this one's for the KLAROLINE shippers, so they know that the ship is real no matter how controversial it may be.
And you know what? She deserves. Caroline deserves.
Caroline deserves it.
Because at the end of Vampire Diaries, she She lost her love. It was sad.
haven't
Spoiler
seen it.
alert if you haven't seen it, but you know, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So you've had time.
It's like somebody
You had
said,
time.
what? It's all a dream and lost? I'm like, no, yeah, you should know.
So, you know, the originals isn't coming back until mid-season, but they are shooting now, and so it's just fun to see the cast. That cast is always, they've been so close. Originals and Vampire Diaries shot next door to each other for all these years, so the whole cast are very close. So it's always fun seeing them.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well,
That's my exciting news.
Well, it's also with CW talking about their premieres this week. It's good that they're actually not doing anything this week. It's starting next week. They were going to do a couple of iHeart music festivals, but sadly, due to the tragedy in Las Vegas, that's not happening now. Those have been canceled. So, and again, just our thoughts, our prayers, our hope, our love definitely goes out to everybody affected by Las Vegas. So it's kind of a slow week actually for CW. So if you're still wanting to catch up on some shows or whatever, sugars, you got time because I think everything starts on Monday, October 9th, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We can actually go through that schedule right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, sure. So Monday's going to be Supergirl and Valor. What is Valor really quick
Alrighty. So Valor
show alert,
is
new
a
show
new
alert.
show. And it's about
People.
an elite unit of helicopter pilots in the Army. And the drama that they go through, I'll just read it. It's from the CW. The boundaries between military discipline and human desire are tested on a U.S. Army base that houses an elite unit of helicopter pilots trained to perform clandestine international and domestic missions. Here's where the drama comes in.
Oh.
The drama unfolds in the present as well as in flashbacks. Shout out to Arrow, bringing the flashback game to a failed mission involving one of the first female pilots in the unit, ultimately uncovering layers of personal and government military secrets, leading to a season-long plan to rescue a group of MIA soldiers.
That's an expensive show. Nothing's
The
more expensive than
pilots
helicopters, and nothing.
And, I mean, there's a lot of Army-based shows coming out this fall. I mean, on other networks as well.
Yeah, there's David Boreanaz is in that show.
He's got one.
Or SEAL Team.
Yeah, and even like History Channel's doing like a mini series on like a real life Army unit in Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of, it's a theme this year.
It
You
is
know,
a
every
theme
year
this
has
year.
kind of its theme. I feel like
That's
military is this year's theme. But it sounds exciting.
I'm down with it.
But I do want to give a shout out to one of the stars on the show, Matt Barr, a.k.a. if you're a One Tree Hill fan, like myself, he played Psycho Derek.
Crazy
So-
Derek?
Oh,
Yep.
Nice.
So shout out to him. It'll be fun to see him in something
I don't know, guys.
where he's not looking.
He crazy always.
where he's
Anything
not-
I see him in ever since One Tree
Right?
Hill, I'm always like, he crazy.
When is he gonna lick somebody's face? That's all I ask.
Which, like, in some instances could be hot, but
good.
not in that one.
No, not in that one.
No, that was like...
That's
And
not.
if Tiana's gonna give quotes for Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, I'm gonna give shout outs to One Tree Hill almost every episode. Just warning you now.
Do your truth. Do your
Throwbacks.
truth. All right, and Tuesday is going to be, Flash is going to be on Tuesday as well as DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Wednesday is Riverdale, and then right after Riverdale now is a new show, Dynasty. I should have pulled a pic for that. I shouldn't have. But
Dynasty. Let's talk about Dynasty because it's actually a reboot.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about this because I had strong emotions about, I mean, as any gay man who's in his late 30s or early 40s, Dynasty was like speaking to my heart because it's just drag queen acting. That's all Dynasty was. It was amazing. It was amazing. But anyway, so tell us about the new episode. The new
Okay,
reboot.
so Dynasty. I don't remember it as vividly as you, Matt. I remember the name and I remember everyone being excited about it, but I don't remember the ins and outs. So the description according to the CW. Wealth, power, deception, and double dealing. What does it take to build a dynasty? A modern reimagining of the iconic primetime soap centering on the powerful Carrington family as they defend their throne against the Colbys, new rivals and threats, and even each other. Starring Vampire Diaries alum Natalie Kelly, and executive produced by Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage of Gossip Girl and Brad Silbering from James the Virgin. So they have a bunch of people working on it who have done other successful CW shows. What I do like is that they are bringing a diversity aspect to it this time around because
that's super
the
interesting.
families are not two white families or Caucasian families fighting against one another.
I will say that in the original Diane Carroll
Diane Carroll.
Was a character.
Diane Carroll.
So,
it's
like
hard for me not to say like Diane, Mother, Carroll after watching Dynasty. But
nobody would be mad at that. But I do want to say that the original Dynasty is on, I believe it's CW Seed. Their online platform.
Yeah, I watched the Vixen
So if you want to watch the original to see how it compares to the new, or just tune into the new.
I suggest you do. I'm sure they're going to have cameos
I'm definitely
going to
be tuning into the new one because, I mean, I might be growing older, but the CW will always be my home.
It's yeah, for sure. I'm going to watch it too, let's be honest. All right, so then we're going to it'll be, Thursdays we'll have Supernatural and Arrow.
At a new time.
Yep, at a new time, for real.
Arrow's moving to the 9 o'clock spot on Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
Thursday.
And then Friday will be, it's a fun night. Friday is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and Jane the Virgin.
Mm-hmm. Those two are good paired together.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's a good pairing.
Too. Yeah. So let's talk about, this is, Alicona couldn't be here, but she's coming up with our Throwback Thursday for today. And it's a video from Gossip Girl. Let's just go ahead and take a look.
Dress.
Oh, that dress.
I knew it was too good to be true. Who is she?
All right, I think that's it. This is getting dark now. We gotta turn this off. What is happening, Alicona? What is that dress? So I didn't watch Gossip Girl. I don't know if y'all did.
What?
I read the books.
You didn't watch the show?
I watched the first episode, and then I couldn't get with Dan, so I was like, I give up.
Oh my god!
So tell us what is momentous about that flashback.
Hot Dan?
Dan in the books did not look like Penn Badgley.
Sorry.
I just know that Kristen Bell was the voice of Gossip Girl, right?
Yes, she was, because the creators did the OC.
Ah, okay.
Wait.
Veronica Mars?
Veronica Mars. There's a correlation between Kristen Bell, Rachel Bilson being
maybe
on
our chat
at the
knows.
end, and there's a correlation. Sorry,
maybe
anyways. So that was the scene when it was towards the end of the run. They're in Paris. Blair goes running there because Chuck's like all emo and
he lost his identity.
He lost his identity, and he went to Paris because rich people problems. You lost your identity but can still afford to go to Paris. Run away. Oh no, I'm gonna run away.
I gotta
to
go to
Paris.
this fashion show.
And one of the things, it's been 10 years. They just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Gossip Girl, which is, iconic and all. It makes me feel old.
Old AF.
And the fashion was just something that was hugely a part of it.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a young girl's Sex and the City.
You can't. So I didn't watch Gossip Girl, but I know it, and I know characters from it because it was that big.
Yeah.
It's like you can't not. Okay, let's move on because I want to watch time. What about our ship of the week? Let's talk about this. So let's tell everybody what we're going to be doing every week with our ships.
So every week, how do we decide we're going to do this? Every week, we're each going to pick our ship of the week based on that week's CW shows.
Yes.
And it can be a mashup of any
range
character. So if you guys have ideas,
time, place, flashback.
If you want to take Chuck and mash him with, I don't know,
Haley
Barry,
I was gonna
and
say
you want to like Cherry.
We can do some gay and lesbian mashups.
You
Let's
want to
do
like
this.
Cherry ship? You guys can do it.
Let's
We're
do it.
just gonna every week we're gonna have a
Do
new
it.
ship that we each get to pick for our week. And I'm gonna be super basic and say mine is KLAROLINE because it's the first show, and I need them to be back together because y'all know how much I love them.
Okay. What about you,
I'm
Erica?
gonna go with, and it was mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm gonna go with Gypsy and Cisco, just because I love
Gypso?
Gypso.
Gypso.
I don't think that's their
Oh,
official
Cisco.
name, but
Oh wait, Siski.
Sisky.
No.
That's what we'll call it here. Sisky or Gypso. Either one works. But I like them because of the balance that they give each other.
Oh, they're
like
great.
Cisco's like comedic and happy-go-lucky, and Gypsy's very serious. I just think and Carlos is adorable. So I just think they're a good blend.
Okay.
I think for Alicona that she would pick Blair and Chuck. just because of the
Luck?
clip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chair?
Chair.
I think was
I
their
like
name.
Chair. I like
I think
Chair.
Blair
I
and
like
Tucker
Chair.
before we started shipping people's names together in the whole.
I feel like it was Chair, though.
Was
I
it
feel
Chair?
like it was right on the cusp of when we started combining
Sorry, I knocked
names.
stuff over. All right. Mine. You know what? I'm gonna go with because I'm still thinking of his abs. I'm gonna go with Reggie and Archie. I want a Archie. Archie. I mean, can't you imagine like
I like that
Archie? Like they're having a late night football practice. Like Archie pats him on the shoulder and says, "Good job, man," and he looks at me and says, "Good job," and then they just make out. That could happen.
I mean, there are fanfics.
Yeah,
so
that could
probably.
happen, right? Yeah. So, all right, there we
Are
go.
fanfics still a thing? I feel like they are, right?
I feel like that's when people used to do. What was that blog everybody used to do? Live Journal.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like that. Like there was all the slash stuff. I don't know.
Well, that's what we'll be doing here.
Are there any ships of the week in our chat, or are they no caring?
They haven't gotten to their ships yet.
Okay, well, tell us your ships. You can put so that's the beauty of the show is that this is on YouTube, y'all. So I mean, it's also a podcast if you're listening in your car. So don't type and drive. But if you're watching, you can just put in the comments who you think your ship of the week is, and maybe that'll become a thing. Like maybe actually we'll start talking about what you say.
Okay, we got a caramel in there. Caramel.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
And I see a Destiel.
Adine and Castiel? Adine and Castiel?
Maybe you could explain.
Supernatural.
Okay. Well, all right then. So, wait.
Barris, Olicity.
Aww.
They're coming in with them, guys.
They are. Okay, I love
it.
I love this. I love that. Well, this is it. This is it.
Yes.
We're at the Indian trivia of this show. So that was quick. Maybe it wasn't. The booth is probably saying hurry up. But it's fun for us because it was easy. So, okay. So ending trivia time is... our question was, which TV superhero show has Adrian Pasdar not been a cast member of?
Oh, sorry. We had a guess earlier in the chat from Jorge Avila.
Uh-huh.
He said he's voiced Tony, played Agent Talbot on AOS, was on Heroes, so therefore he's never been on Smallville. Is that right?
He is right. He is right. Yeah, so if you guessed Smallville, I love the applause. If you guessed Smallville, you were correct. So he was never on there, but his face became famous when he was on Heroes on NBC, which that show was my life. And then it fell off.
Did you watch the reboot?
No, I was so angry. It's like True Blood. I'm still so angry about how it ended. I couldn't watch a True Blood reboot either. Sorry. I get angry. So anyway, but I say his face because he's super famous in the Marvel world. He is the voice of Iron Man in all the animated television stuff for Marvel. Including Ultimate Spider-Man, and he played Talbot on Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we're excited. I'm excited to see him jump in the world of DC. He's also Natalie Maines' husband for Dixie Chicks.
Yep.
Not a lot of people know that, yeah. But I hope he doesn't kill Supergirl, because Kara's my boo. I love her.
And because then there wouldn't be a show.
And then there wouldn't be a show. But I do hope that he kills it. So there you go. You win. Winning, that's what you win. I don't know what you win.
You win the honor of knowing you were the first person on the inaugural show to guess the trivia question.
At some point, we'll have a prize.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe we should make them harder.
Maybe.
We should just give you
If I'm doing the trivia questions, they're going to be really easy because I'm not good at trivia. But that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. Tell everybody our names and where they can find us.
Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Please leave us comments on YouTube. Go to iTunes, rate us, comment there. Make sure you guys, give us feedback. Let us know what you liked about the show and what you want to hear more about as well, because we're here to cater to you guys and give you guys what you want. And I'm Tiona Hobson, and you can find me at the Tiona Hobson.
And I'm Erica Shannon, and you can find me on Twitter at Miss Airy Baby.
And I'm Matt Marr. You can find me at the Matt Marr or at mattmarr.tv. 2 T 2 R's. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye. Supernatural.
Bye. Supernatural. Look at my boobs.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.